Hello guys, welcome to another video. So this is going to be our second video I think this week. For those who haven't watched the one that I made on Sunday, I was basically going through, I think I did Nasdaq and VIX 75. So today I'm just gonna make a follow-up video on those ones just to see how our analysis played out, and also give you another analysis probably at another chart, so that that's something that you can try and take advantage of for the next 2-3 days or so. So remember, for those that watched that video, I said that with Nasdaq, because it was just before the market opened, I think we're still around there, where I said that currently, if you're trying to take buy trades or sell trades, because on daily we had said that the price was inside or was bouncing from a nice and tiny daily support, or a rally base rally, which is this one here. So we're talking about the price going up, the price staying there, and the price continuing to go up. So usually those market pauses, the price tend to come back and respect them. So when we're making that analysis, the reason why we're saying that the price can bounce from this and go up was because of that. But at the same time, we couldn't ignore the fact that the sellers there at the top, they did what? They formed that bearish engulfing, which is basically this pattern here, where you have the bullish candlesticks and a bearish one, swallowing all of them. So that's why I had said that for now, try and buy from around that level to the next swing high, but don't look past this point because of that bearish engulfing. So we can see Nasdaq hasn't made any progressive moves, so which means we are still within the very same range that I said you can trade within. So with Nasdaq, that's all that has happened so far. I think we can stay off this one for now because it hasn't created any highs and swings and whatnot. So we can stay off this one and try and analyze something else. So let's check VIX 75, because we also went through it the other day just to see how it played out. All right, this is the VIX 75. So with VIX 75, I said the main goal here for VIX is to try and reach for this. There's a horizontal line that I marked. On that video, I said that the VIX 75 is trying to reach for this. And when it gets there, that's when the price will try and restart and probably be on a very long-term bullish trend. The reason why we are anticipating that is because on monthly, the monthly structure looks like this, and we can see the bulls went all the way up, and then they stayed flat there, and then the sellers took over, and they even went and then retested their resistance and then continued going to the downside. And then now currently the bulls don't have anything to to defend them, but we know that the bulls, they are very strong around an area of demand or an area of support. So that's where the bulls tend to become aggressive and try and defend that level, so that they can try and push the price back up, which is the reason why we have this horizontal line that I marked today, because that's the last support according to the chart that I have here. Unless of course, if you guys on your charts, you can load more candlesticks, but I doubt. So this is where the VIX 75 chart basically started, and this is the strongest support, because that's where we all started. We don't have anything beyond this point. So that's why I have this line there, and I said the sellers have been in control, but once they touch this level, anywhere around this level, I'm not saying you should just go and buy once the price touches there. No, when the price touches there, we're going to zoom down and go zoom in, and then go in on zoom in, especially on the smaller time frame. So you go down on the smaller time frames and zoom in there and try and look for buy trades, because this thing has been going to the downside for a very long time. And even on the smaller time frames like your H1, the price, you can see I marked that area of resistance there. It has went there. Some of them were not, whenever the price never pulled back to them, but the bottom line is this thing is just doing this, is going to the downside. So the prediction here still spot on. We're still on the right track. There's still a very big gap, basically, actually, to reach there, but yeah, we're slowly getting there. So somewhere around there, the price is gonna try and reach structure, and then 10 and probably go to the upside. So that's what we are having on VIX 75. The analysis is still the same. I said to you that if you're getting trades to the downside, you can do that, But once the price does something like this and then breaks your trend line, or it breaks your recent swing high, you need to then stop selling because the dynamics are changing, and then you could be going for a deeper pullback, if not a complete trend reversal. So that's all that we said about on VIX 75, and you can see it's playing out nicely. So let's look for something that we can analyze and then try and see if we can find a setup on it. Let's see what we can find. All right, let's try something exotic. So we're going to do US dollar against our South African rand. So on this broker, I don't have more candlesticks going to the left, but it's fine. We will just work with what we have. So this is the structure on monthly. So the price, the highest point ever reached was this one, and currently we are approaching this swing point here. So the price is playing in between those two, and the current candlestick, even though the month is not going to end anytime soon, but we see that there is what we call a bullish, a bearish pin bar. So maybe this bearish pin bar can try and push the price towards this swing low. I don't know, but we will see when we are moving to the other time frames. So there's nothing much happening on the monthly chart. And then let's see how the weekly chart looks like. No, the weekly chart is more or less the same, but the weekly chart is located nicely because it's inside this area of support. The weekly chart is already at the support. So it's only a matter of saying, can the bulls try and build up from there and push the price up? But at the same time, the sellers are saying, no, we want to break that level. As you can see, the bulls have been trying for the past 3 weeks or so, but the sellers or the candlesticks close as this type of candlesticks that we call bearish pin bars. So basically, a bearish pin bar is the type of a candlestick where you will find a very long tail above. That tail simply means that the way this candlestick was formed, or the way the price action unfolded that week. In this case, I'm saying that week because this is a weekly chart. So that week ended up with, at some point the bulls were trying to push the price up, but before the market closed, the sellers became very aggressive and forced the price to go all the way down and close down there, which is why we have a long tail above. So you can see what I'm saying. You heard what I'm saying? What I just said? The price was going up, and then the sellers suddenly became aggressive and forced the price to close, down, like not to close up there, to go down and close towards where it started. So that basically means when the week ended, how the week went by, when it ended, the sellers were aggressive. So the next one, it happens, the same thing happens again. And then that's why we are saying this is just suggesting that the sellers are not ready to give their power to the bulls, because otherwise the bulls will have strong candlesticks like this. So that's why I'm saying the bulls are saying they're at their zone, but the sellers are saying, no, we're not going to let you bounce from there and go up. That's why we're having these bearish pin bars. So the price on weekly chart can go either way. You're located at the support, but there are these weird bearish candlesticks that are forming. So let's see what other time frames are saying. This is the daily chart, right? On the daily chart, we can simply see that the price is playing around the support, just like what we saw on the weekly. This is the support, and the price is coming back to the support, but that's not a nice candlestick, because usually when you have a support, if I can just show you something here. So when the price, let's say the price is going up and then it pauses there and then it continues like that, and then you decide to mark this as your demand or as your support, right? The way we want the price to come back, we don't want it to form one strong candlestick going up and then the next one is one strong candlestick going to the downside. This is not a good retest of a support. We don't want something like this, which is what we are having here. If someone tries to say this is a potential zone and then the price went up after forming it, now the next candlestick comes down. This is not good. This is not good on this time frame. So you need to make sure that when the price forms a zone, it needs to stay away from the zone before going back to retest it. You can't just have one candlestick shooting up and then the next one comes back. So let's see. So here we don't have much to say, to talk about, because we just had the support and that's it. That's it. Because when we reach that support, the bulls, we can see they did this, which is what we call bullish engulfing, right? So if when you are doing your analysis, the price was still here, you can see you could have said that the price is at a daily support, right? And I can see already there are signs that we are located at a support, and there's a sign that the bulls could be, could be about to push it up, because we can see they are forming a bullish engulfing, and that's a pattern that shows that the bulls are gaining momentum. So that's when you could have maybe looked for buy trades on a smaller time frame, and the price did move up, right? Someone can say that if we look at this, right, when the price pushed down there was a pause here because we had a drop, and then we stopped, and then we dropped again. So someone could say that we were having a pause here, right? And then now the price looks like it went above that pause. And how did it go above that pause? It's basically after this swing low here, or this support, right? This support is the one that pushed the price up, if you can follow that. Is the one that pushed the price up, breaking this market pause. So that's why you can say this is a level that maybe I can use it to try and look for buy trades, even though I said that it doesn't look nice on this time frame, because the candlestick, we only have one candlestick shooting up and the next one coming down. So keeping in mind, we're still located at the weekly one, and then now we are at the daily one, and we also had the bullish engulfing there, and this very same level pushed the price above the market pause that was there. So the bulls, maybe they have an advantage. Maybe they are the ones that are most likely to try and push the price up and also defend their support, because there's a threat here, because the sellers don't want to give up. You can see they are having these bearish pin bars. But let's see what we're having on H4, because the daily says you can try and look for buy trades. Maybe you would win, but don't rule out the bulls completely, because of what we are seeing, that they are forming some complex structures there on the weekly. So on the H4, this is what we are having. Maybe you can put your trend line from here, and then say we were going nicely to the downside, and this was our trend line. And then what happened was, right, I always tell you about the second point of your trend line. So this second point of your trend line, it goes until there. It was taken out. This nice trend line that we had, it was taken out. So which means the bullish trend ended, which is why I'm saying that when the price is going down, which is the same thing that I just said now on VIX 75, just because the price is going down does not mean you will have to keep on selling until Jesus comes back. Yes, you can do that for as long as the price does not break your bearish trend line, for as long as the price does not break your resistance. Because the moment one of those two is taken out, we can't say that the price is still going to the downside, or the bears, the bulls are still, the bears are still in control, because if they were in control, they wouldn't let the bulls break their structures. So the fact that the price moved up, broken the trend line, and has broken the resistance, it means that the bulls were very aggressive. And remember, it's the bulls doing all of that after forming that bullish engulfing on daily, and also pushing the price up beyond that resistance that we also saw that side the market pause. So that's why I'm saying this is a very sensitive level around here, because of what it did, pushing the price up in a very bearish trend. All of a sudden the price managed to gather some strength with the bulls, and then they pushed up. So this is a very sensitive level. The price is most likely gonna react from it. But how can we take advantage of it? We need to mark it nicely. If you want to mark it, but fine, I'll make another video again. But there's one that I made, I think sometime last year, where I was showing you how to mark these levels. So anywhere around there, right, you can take your buy trade and say that I'm going to take my buy trade, and then I can target this, target that. Or if you want to trade beyond that, you can. If you're using the structures on daily, then you will say I'll take that, and then I can target this, can target that. So this is how you mark it. So you just mark it like that. Make sure that you mark your chart like this, and then your eyes are around this level. You can also use this one. Someone can use this one and say, yeah, this is also a valid level, because of what the price did move up, the price stayed there, the price did move up, which is what I have been saying in this video, that we've got what you call a rally, a base, and a rally. A base is just your zone. So this is the move before the zone. This is the move after the zone. So the base is your zone. So in this case, we are having the move before the zone, the pause, and the move after the zone. We're having a rally, a base, and a rally. So that's why I'm saying someone can say this is a valid level. I'm just gonna try and take my buy trade from there. If it fails, I'll look for another one around there. You can also do that. But the bottom line is this is a very sensitive area where the price is most likely gonna struggle to pass, and then is most likely gonna bounce from there and start moving to the upside. But if you want to play it safe, you can wait for confirmation around there. When the price touches that level, you can try and see if the price is going to give you structures like what? A bullish engulfing or a bullish pin bar. Those are the two structures that or patterns that will suggest that the bulls are becoming aggressive. You can try and jump in, right? All right, so I think that should be enough. So you can continue monitoring that Nasdaq. You can continue taking those sells on VIX 75 for as long as it doesn't break your bearish trend line and a bearish zone, which is a resistance. You can also wait at this level here on US ZAR, USD ZAR, and try and take a buy trade. I think 3 charts should be enough for you to monitor and try and capitalize on. All right, if you have any other chart that you would like for me to go through, you can just leave it in the comment section. But otherwise, if you have watched this far, try and like and subscribe, and also share the channel with other people so that they can also come this side to try and absorb the knowledge for free. All right, but otherwise, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.